Kylian Mbappe hates Lamine Yamal. It's not just an impression, it's a fact. This 17-year-old schoolboy is destroying the dreams of the French star and perhaps will soon establish his dominance in world football when Mbappe should have reached his peak. We live in an era of a new galactic rivalry that will be compared to the battle of Messi and Ronaldo. And in this context, 17-year-old Lamine Yamal may be even closer to the Ballon d'Or than Mbappe. And his rivalry with Kylian is not just a battle on the pitch, it is a battle for dominance in the whole football world. This isn't just a sporting rivalry. Kylian Mbappe already feels his career could follow Cristiano Ronaldo's path if Lamine Yamal continues his meteoric rise at the same incredible pace. And right now, the war is breaking out between them, which will very soon turn into a holy war between fans all over the world. The story of Kylian's hatred for Lamine begins in the 2023-24 season. The athletic journalist Paul Ballas, in his exclusive material, Lamine Yamal, the brand, and how Adidas used Lionel Messi to help sign the Barcelona superstar, tells about the conversation that took place between Mbappe and Yamal. Kylian, as the main star of Nike, tried to drag the young star of Barca into his team. But in the end, Lamine refused and chose Messi's team, the Adidas team. And this became the first stone in the fight between them. It is from this moment that the story about the rivalry should begin. Was it pleasant for Kylian to receive a rejection from a then 16-year-old schoolboy? We don't think so. In the 2023-24 season, the paths of Mbappe and Yamal crossed on the football field in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. Ahead of the first leg at Parc des Princes, Yamal expressed his excitement and confidence. "I can't wait for my first quarter-finals in UCL. Sometimes I think about how crazy this is when I'm in my room. In my opinion, we'll win 1-0 in Paris on Wednesday. Who scores? Me." Then, Barcelona turned out to be stronger. But in the return match, Paris Saint-Germain triumphed and Mbappe scored a brace. Lamine cried after the match, but did not betray himself, firmly declaring on Instagram, "There's always payback in football. We will be back." Since then, Lamine Yamal and Barcelona have not only fulfilled, but exceeded their promise. Next stop, July 9th, 2024. Euro 2024 semi-final. Spain versus France. And that goal from Lamine, with Kylian's epic reaction. In a documentary, A Team Called Spain, Yamal told about that goal, and it's worth your attention.
Me di cuenta que Francia tenía un problema ahí en medio, dejaban ahí a la gente suelta. Nacho se la da a Dani, justo tengo suerte que el rebote le cae a Mora y me cae a mí el balón. Entonces ahí me paro y veo que Nico, como un pesado, siempre me la está pidiendo. Y yo por dentro pensaba que se le iba a dar a Morata, pero no sé cómo me da en la cabeza que me dice no, párate, y como que la pierna sola me pasa por encima. Y pues a la que veo que Rabiot me deja un poco de espacio y se va para el otro lado, tenía tanta rabia en el cuerpo que le doy con todo ahí, con toda mi fuerza. El gol de tu papá, hermano.
Now imagine Yamal wasn't saying this to Nico Williams, but to Mbappe.
El gol de tu papá, hermano.
Suddenly, it feels much more controversial, but it's obvious who won this battle. Yamal and Spain, just like they won the Euros. La Roja conquered Europe, and Lamine Yamal at just 16 years old. And now, a new chapter in this rivalry on the highest stage of the fiercest football war the world has ever known. Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
And it has finally happened. It is officially official. Kylian Mbappe
Who saw this
has
coming?
signed with Real Madrid.
YouTubers all over the world were hyped about Mbappe's move to Real Madrid, and the vibe of their videos could be summed up in just a few words.
Kylian Mbappe in Real Madrid is going to be every team's nightmare. He is the best player in the world, joining the best team in the world.
The world was witnessing a new version of the Galacticos. Galacticos 3.0. But Barcelona fans already knew what was coming. Another arrival of the alien who would bury Florentino Perez's new superstar project. What Barca did in this season's Clásicos only added fuel to the fire of this growing rivalry. It was total domination from Hansi Flick's team, with Lamine Yamal as the brightest star. October 26th, 2024. The first Clasico turned into a nightmare for Mbappe. He was caught offside 8 times, a personal record. And his celebration from that match became a meme. Meanwhile, Barca turned it into a football festival, demolishing their rivals 0-4. One of the goals came from Yamal himself, who celebrated Calma style, a nod to Mbappe's idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. The match that was supposed to be Kylian's big debut turned into a manifesto from Flick's phenomenal new team, with Lamine Yamal as the crown prince of world football. The next clash between Mbappe and Yamal came in Jeddah on January 12th, the final of the Spanish Super Cup. Mbappe opened the scoring in the 5th minute, but by the 22nd, Yamal had outdone him with one of the season's best goals. We all remember how it ended, 2-5 to Barca, and the Yamal party didn't stop the next day either. Everyone remembers the look on Mbappe's face, gutted, unable to hide his frustration at yet another defeat. By then, Mbappe had already fully adapted to Real Madrid and had become their best player. April the 26th, 2025. The Copa del Rey final was the 4th meeting between Mbappe and Yamal in less than a year. Kylian started on the bench, still recovering from injury, but both stars left their mark. Yamal provided the assist for Pedri's goal, while Mbappe scored from a free kick in the second half. And yet, the headlines once again belonged to Barca and its heroes. It was Lamine Yamal's 4th win in a row, and after the final, the Wonder Kid dropped a quote that hit a nerve for Real Madrid fans, Kylian Mbappe, and the entire dressing room. I told Araujo at the hotel that if they score 1 or 2 goals, it doesn't matter, because this year, they can't beat us. Madrid's media ran that quote on repeat before the biggest showdown of the season. Everyone was calling for revenge against the cocky kid from Barcelona. Before the match against Inter, he was asked again about his quote.
Porque bueno, mientras gane, no me pueden decir nada. Cuando me ganen, sí.
Yamal knows how to stir the fire and give these clashes deeper meaning. He's shaping the global football narrative both on and off the pitch. The difference maker. May 11th, 2025, the La Liga final. Barcelona hosted Real Madrid at Montjuic. It was a paradoxical game for Kylian Mbappe. He scored a hat-trick, but wasn't the star. He gave his all. But the football world was talking about Lamine Yamal and Barca. For Mbappe, it was déjà vu. He had felt this before. Back in Lusail, December 18th, 2022, when he scored 3 goals but still lost the biggest battle of all, the World Cup final. Back then, the spotlight was on Lionel Messi. Now it's on Messi's true heir at Barca, Lamine Yamal. This entire season has felt like the prologue to a legendary rivalry, and for now, it's a clear win for Lamine Yamal. Some football experts are already predicting the Ballon d'Or will be his this fall. His main rival? A former Barca player, Ousmane Dembélé. Despite impressive stats in 2025, Dembélé's performances haven't had the same impact as Yamal's, especially not those against Inter, home and away. On Sunday's episode of El Sanedrin Canala, analysts from Cadena SAR discussed the top candidates for the Ballon d'Or. Antonio Romero didn't hesitate. I said it after the Inter match. The Ballon d'Or has to go to Lamine Yamal. I have no doubts. Dembélé doesn't impress me, and I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the most complete footballer in the world right now is Yamal. If I had a vote, I'd give it to him. Santi Giménez called Yamal's debut an event. Jesus Gallego added, "I don't remember anything like it. Nothing compares to what this kid from Rocafonda is doing." But there's something else that gives Yamal an edge, something Mbappe can't match: his unusual way to connect with fans through Instagram. Relevo journalist Jordi Cardero wrote about it in a piece titled, "Lamine Yamal wants to go beyond football and build narratives on Instagram." Over the past few months, Lamine has used the platform to shape his own stories. It's no longer just a place for photos or brand promotions, and there are plenty of brands eager to work with him. He doesn't care if he plays in front of 500 or 50,000 people, says someone close to him. He doesn't shy away from the spotlight. He thrives in it. Before the La Liga and Copa Clásicos, he gave fans a taste. At the Bernabeu, he wore a special piece from 2Js and showed it to the camera after scoring. Before the cup final in Seville, he dyed his hair but kept it hidden until warm-up. He was one of the stars of that match. A true child of the smartphone era, he represents a new way of using social media. Yamal manages his social media himself, and that's what makes it feel so real. His TikTok dances show his playful side, but Instagram is where he drops his messages, like when Adrien Rabiot questioned whether Yamal could perform on the big stage. And after the game, Lamine posted a simple checkmate. For months, he's been using the phrase "on a mission." He posted it before the Nations League final against the Netherlands, and again as his bio. After the Inter game, he changed it. He uploaded a Super Saiyan photo with the song Nightmare by Mike Towns in the background. Even his Montjuic post had a message after writing, "As long as I win, they can't say anything." The fourth photo out of 7 featured a band around his arm. Conspiracy theories popped up, some even speculating about doping. Barca didn't reach the semi-finals, but Yamal lived up to the moment, to the match, to the fans. For months now, he's proven that he's more than a footballer. He's the author of his own narrative. Lamine Yamal is a truly unique phenomenon in modern football. A mix of raw talent and genius, driven by an obsession to win, and the skill to shape his story through social media. Can Kylian Mbappe really compete with this? Our answer, no. CULES, hit the like button if you want more fans to see this video. Drop a comment to support Lamine Yamal in this battle. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Love Barca and Visca el Barca. Bye.